Andrew retrieved a warm sweater from the closet and carefully set atop a small stack of clothes on the edge of the bed. At that moment, Lauren entered, casually leaning against the door frame. She smiled and invited him to join her for tea. Andrew nodded and followed her into the kitchen, where she set the table, and they both took a seat. She inquired about his work and attempted to pinpoint when he would be returning, but Andrew was lost in his thoughts, primarily focused on buying an apartment. He was determined to secure a place of their own, dedicating all his free time to either work or searching for better-paying opportunities. Lauren understood his intentions were for their future, yet she couldn't help feeling frustrated by his frequent absences. Andrew was a humble man who believed in earning everything he had. He enjoyed surprising her with small gifts, writing her little notes, and expressing his affection, which made her feel guilty for voicing her concerns. After finishing their tea, Andrew zipped up the last of his luggage and left for another business trip. Lauren was a full-time college student at the local Teachers Institute, which meant she didn't work. Andrew fully supported her education, taking on the entire financial burden. This weighed heavily on him, leaving him perpetually exhausted, yet he convinced himself it was worthwhile. One evening, Andrew tried to call Lauren from his hotel, but she didn't answer, a behavior he found unusual. Concerned, he waited until the next day, when he received a text informing him she was in the hospital. Panic set in, and he called her again. This time, she answered, explaining that she was in the OB/GYN ward but was feeling better. Andrew had always dreamed of starting a family, but with the news of her hospitalization, his mind raced with concerns about her health. Lauren revealed she had experienced a hormonal issue triggered by his absence. Alarmed, Andrew requested time off from work and hurried home. Upon arriving at the hospital, he checked in at reception and made his way upstairs. Just as he reached her room, her attending doctor was leaving. Andrew approached him, eager to understand her hormonal imbalance. The doctor, with a slight smirk, implied that the couple's marital relations should not be conducted so aggressively, suggesting this was the cause of her physical issues. Andrew's stomach dropped. They hadn't been intimate for about 2 weeks. Putting the pieces together, he realized she must have been with someone else during his absence. Distraught, Andrew left the hospital and returned home. He gathered Lauren's luggage, packing her clothes and cosmetics, and drove to her parents' house, leaving the bags on their doorstep. He informed them that their daughter would explain everything. It pained him deeply to do this, but he felt he had no choice. He had believed she would be home studying or waiting for him each night, but it seemed she had been occupied otherwise. Feeling betrayed and humiliated, Andrew also recognized his part in the situation. He had left her alone frequently, working tirelessly to save for a home for them. While he wished for a stable foundation before starting a family, Lauren's betrayal stung deeply. From that moment, Andrew resolved to approach his future differently. He would first secure a home and then consider building a family, but only when he found someone whose loyalty he could trust completely.